girls are weighed down by restrictions, boys with demands, and two equally harmful disciplines. This is, I'll say, not a very difficult topic, but I do not know if people have interpreted this particular phrase. The girls are weighed down by restrictions, and it says boys are weighed down with demands. I think girls are weighed down by restrictions. I think nobody has any problem with this one. We all agree, and we can elaborate on this. Yes, we agree. Girls are weighed down by restrictions because of culture, restrictions because of social norms, restrictions because somewhere girls themselves restrict themselves because of their mental thinking. Restrictions sometimes are imposed because of, I'll say, wrong learnings. So, इसपे तो आप कैसे बन जाएगा? You should have no problem in writing about, yes, girls are weighed down by restrictions. Now, I think ये जो part है, boys are weighed down with demands. Can anybody tell me what does this mean? I'll ask a question to you. Does this statement means boys demand too much and therefore they are underperforming, or boys have too much demanded from them and therefore it kind of counters, it is counterproductive? Anybody can tell me, boys are weighed down with demands. What does this word mean? And the two are equally harmful. What is the meaning of boys are weighed down with demands? Anybody? What do you think is right? Boys demand too much and therefore somewhere they get compromised? Or does this mean boys have too much demanded from them? From them, say one or two. आप कौन सा बोलोगे? Too much from them? It's about expectations from them. Which do you think you will support? Which do you think the essay is trying to talk about? With demand ka meaning kya hai? They're weighed down with demand. Second one, can you tell me why it is not the first one? Would the topic mean differently if I'd phrased it as boys are weighed down by demands? If I replace the word with, do you think this will make some difference? Now you tell me, does the statement 2 represent A or does the statement 2 represent B? Boys are weighed down by demands and boys are weighed down with demands. Ab aap batao. The idea that boys have too much that is expected from them, is this about the statement A or about statement B? Pehle batao, can you all see that these two are different ideas? Can you all see this, all of you? That boys demand too much is a different idea from there is too much demand on the boys. Can you see the two statements are different? Confused now. Saket says he's confused now. I hope you can see it dono ka alag meaning hai. So if I say boys are weighed down by demands, that is something different from boys are weighed down with demands. So how many of you could see these two ideas? And my opinion is, I think both the ideas should have been discussed. If I was writing this essay, I would think on this. Okay, the first one is girls are weighed down by restrictions, likh raha hai, where it shows the restrictions are from outside. If it had said boys are weighed down by demands, I would have said, okay, demands are from outside. But because it says boys are weighed down with demands, I cannot ignore this aspect of the interpretation. ये भी एक interpretation है. I'm not saying that if I write this, ये गलत है. ऐसा नहीं है. It's not wrong. But this also is an important aspect of the conversation. And both are different. And see, there's a truth. There's a truth in the fact that boys are more demanding and boys face lots in terms of demands on them. Dono right hai. Agar boy hai to he must be brave. A boy hai, he cannot cry. A boy hai, okay, we want him to become very strong. Agar boy hai, so he will be physically, emotionally very strong. So we demand that. boys should become strong. Boys cannot cry. It means boys are always brave and they can take a risk. Boys are meant to succeed. Boys are meant to take risks. Okay, boys are expected to be adventurous. This also is a huge burden on boys. Boys can't cry. It's a very big expectation from boys that we have. And sometimes all of this kinds of put pressure on the boys. But ye bhi fact hai. Okay. When we say boys are more demanding, this basically means boys have a sense of entitlement. Boys have a sense that it is their birthright to get some privileges. Boys are more demanding. Okay. Somewhere they see that they are deserving of better things just because they're boys. And this also is not right. I would expect that your essay should have had both the elements, while I think most of them would have written this dimension alone. I hope I'm able to give some insights on the essay's writing. Are you all getting some insights, all of you? The essay exactly क्या होगा बाद में है, but कम से कम you must have a sense of knowing how your essays can be good, how your essays can be exciting, how your essays can be different from the others. I mean, I always maintain this, that we do not want good essays. What we require is essays that shows brilliant thinking, essays that show deep understanding, essays, write-ups that shows one's ability to develop an idea, a very structured, very logically, very interestingly. So आपका essay सिर्फ good essay in terms of कि अच्छा अंग्रेजी है, okay, you have got enough points, that will not give you. See, I am looking at 135 plus marks. I'm not happy with average marks, 110, 100 say marks, 95, 115. इसमें से मेरा कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला. I want 135, 140 plus were required. So anyways, that's the whole objective of the conversation, that we need you to think in some different ways also, not simply one directional thinking. Both of this tells us there is an element of patriarchy. In fact, restrictions on girl is also patriarchy. Boys are more demanding is also patriarchy. And boys facing these demands is also patriarchy. You're right, absolutely. Okay.